Yo, what up, YouTube? Coming back at you, man, with another video. Like I said I would, every day I'm back in the building, working on my health and my fitness. And today's video, man, is going to be about the importance of sleep in weight loss. Now, I'm no doctor. I'm no health enthusiast, none of the above. I'm just a dude trying to lose 70 pounds before I turn 50. That is who I am, right? So when you come here, just be aware that you probably will be learning with me as I navigate this thing called life and health and fitness, man. So just keep that in mind. But off the top, let's get right into the stats. Yesterday, I weighed 263 pounds. Today, this morning, when I got on the scale, I weighed 262.2. So that's a 0.8 drop. Now, the reason why that may be a little bit more than it typically would be is because of the reason of the video, sleep. I didn't sleep good last night. I don't think I went to bed till probably after 2:00. So my alarm went off at 6:30 this morning, and I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling it. I'm gonna go back to sleep. And I ended up getting around 8+ hours of sleep. But it wasn't good sleep. And I noticed, like, when I am not getting good sleep, a good 7 hours of sleep, man, I'm like the Cookie Monster, bro. I want to eat and I want to eat. And so I was like, what is this when you don't get enough sleep, right? So I typed in the chat GPT. Why is sleep important for weight loss? I'm going to throw this on the screen when I edit the video. 1 was hormonal balance. 2 was metabolism. 3, insulin sensitivity. 4, energy levels. 5, stress reduction. And I'm like, okay, so it seems to be pretty important. So I typed in, a little video on YouTube, and we're going to look at this video together and see what the experts are saying, why sleep is important. This is a video by Mind Pump. So let me bring that on the screen real quick.
No offense, but if you still think stocks, real
commercial.
estate, or crypto are the best passive income investments in today's economy, I'm sorry, but you've got it wrong.
We may have
There's
to
a little
watch
known
this
trend
video.
attracting millions of dollars a day right now.
Question is from Mo Daywood. How does sleep affect fat loss? Can inadequate sleep hinder fat loss even if macros are correct?
Fuck yeah, cortisol.
Definitely, yeah. So here's the main ways that lack of sleep affects fat loss. The main way it affects fat loss is it changes your eating patterns and behaviors and your activity levels, okay? Because you're obviously tired. Your body perceives it as stress. So, the way we evolved was if you didn't have good sleep, your body's perceiving that as you need to be alert and awake. Like, why would you in nature be up, most of the night or not sleeping? Probably because you're not in a safe environment. So your body's perceiving it as stress. Now, a stressed out body wants to, A, store more body fat because that's an insurance. More often than not, the stress that we were under was either predators or lack of food. So I want more. So what it's going to do, it's going to make you eat more food as a result. So they've done this in studies and shown that people's appetites tend to increase. It also tends to make you crave foods that give you more
sugary
of a
foods.
Yeah, psychological.
So that explains why I'm the Cookie Monster when I don't sleep. That explains it right there. He just hit it right off the bat. So that explains why I overeat when I don't sleep well. Okay, let's continue watching.
Well-being, like feeling of well-being, like this temporary feel-good effect. And this is anytime you feel like shit. The second thing is your body will lose muscle. In a stressed out situation, your muscle starts to deteriorate because muscle's expensive. It's expensive tissue. And your body's trying to become
It's a luxury.
more efficient.
Yeah.
So lack of activity or altered activity patterns, more food intake or worse food intake, That's the main way it makes you gain body fat. But the second part of the question was, what if the macros are good? Can it still hinder fat loss? Yes, I definitely think so. I think your body can lose weight and gain weight in different ways. It's not always going to be body fat. So what may end up happening is you may end up weighing the same, but you're less muscle and more body fat. So overall, weight stays the same, but your body composition.
What about how cortisol is affected and your thyroid and things like that? That can be affected.
That's what I'm referring to. So let's say your calories are the same, but your cortisol is totally impacted. The way you store body fat is going to change, and you may store more body fat and lose muscle. I mean, calories in versus calories out starts to still obeyed, but and here's the other part, Adam. You're absolutely right. Can hormonal changes alter how many calories your body burns at rest?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. You give a man testosterone, don't change his activity levels, and he'll just naturally get a little leaner and build more muscle.
Right.
Just from the changes in hormones. So I've noticed, I tell you what, if my sleep isn't good.
This is an example of where I get frustrated with the academics. When we talked about with the science, when you talk about calories in versus calories out, and then they try and bash like, they talk about make insulin a demon, they make cortisol sound like a demon. Those things are all good. Well, no, it's not a demon. It's all part of the body. But absolutely, you affect sleep. That changes your hormone profile. Your hormone profile now changes your metabolism, which the law of thermodynamics still applies,
right.
But it's now changed for you. It's
Exactly.
now different. Your calorie maintenance, which let's say, for hypothetical reasons and for this argument's sake, your calorie maintenance was 2,500. That's what your body burns at rest all day long. And then all of a sudden you have 2-3 days in a row of poor sleep. Your calorie maintenance is no longer 2,500. Your body is perceiving it as under stress. It slows down to conserve energy and save body and to produce or save body fat for energy. And so then your calorie maintenance now becomes 2,200 or 2,000. And so law of thermodynamics still applies. And if your macros are going to have to have been changed. You can't stay the same as what it was when you were getting great sleep, because now.
I like what he said. Your body goes into a mode of preservation when you don't get enough sleep. Man, I never really thought about it like that. So you're like, my personal goal, well, the Lose It app tells me my goal is 2,400 calories. So if I don't get enough sleep, get good sleep, that it's going to push me down to maybe less than that. And I don't even think I'm eating close to 2,400 calories. But hey, it's good to know. That's good info.
It's a good point, because I think a lot of times people they assume that your calorie burn, aside from activity, because they don't assume it for activity, but if everything stays the same, but you change your stress, well, your calorie burn is a fixed number. No, it's not. A lot of stuff affects your calorie burn.
This whole idea that we are stuck with a metabolism is hilarious.
Yeah.
Your metabolism can shift daily.
Mm-hmm.
You find your calorie maintenance out one day. I mean, in 4 weeks, it could be completely different. If you add a couple pounds of muscle and lose body fat, you reduce stress, you could see a huge difference. And then
we used to measure that with the body gym. What was that called? Where you breathe into it. And I remember like being excited about that device, because I was like, wow, you can actually find out like where they're at with their metabolism currently right now. And then, you do it the next day, you do it the next week, you're getting completely different numbers based off of their stress.
Yeah, I've had this happen now. I had this happen to me several times with clients where I would have I'll give you an example of one client in particular. She was type A, go, like just the classic overdo everything type of person. So and this was early on in my career. So this I actually initially learned this through training her. So I was all about calories in versus calories out, how much you're burning, whatever. I'd have her track her food. She'd show me her calories. Oh, you want to get leaner? We're just going to increase your activity level. And I would push that for a while. And we got stuck. For a little while. And I remember thinking to myself, like, okay, if I'm going to push her any harder, I got to give her some time to rest and recover. So my idea wasn't it would make her leaner. I thought I needed her to get some rest so we could go after it again later on. So I'm going to say, okay, for the next couple months, here's what I want you to do. Rather than running I forgot what days they were, but let's just for argument's sake, rather than running on Saturday and Wednesday like you always do, where you do all your intervals and your long distance runs, what I want you to do is I want you to go take a relaxing meditation class, and I want you to really focus on your sleep. And so
I think we get the point of that video. I think we get the point of that, how important sleep is. And I think I kind of knew that. And that's the reason why I was like, yo, I'm just going to take some time to make sure I'm good. I'm good. Now let's get into the reason why you're here, even though nobody's watching. But whenever you do probably pop in to watch, let's talk about my macros yesterday. Oops, hit the wrong. My macros on a daily basis, I use an app called Lose It to track my food. My budget is 2,451 calories a day. It bakes in that I have to go over 500 of that. So it bakes in I can't eat any more because my target burn is 2,951 calories. I got to do something to get there. Maybe it may be a 30-minute walk that typically will get me there. Yesterday, I burned 3,392 calories and I ate 2,488. So I had a deficit of 441 calories yesterday. I kind of thought I ate too much because if you remember my video from yesterday, it's the day that it's Wednesday, nobody cooks here. And we ended up going to Chipotle. And for the most part, I eat pretty good at Chipotle. Nothing bad on my bowl. I don't get any other queso dip and all kinds of nonsense that they got there. But for the most part, rice, chicken, beans, fajitas, corn, a little salsa, a little bit of shredded cheese. Other than that, my bowl's fairly simple. So that's what my macros were yesterday. I'm down 0.8 pounds. I don't know if that'll change because I did weigh in around 10 o'clock. Normally I weigh in at 6:45 in the morning. So that may change tomorrow. So if it does, I understand why. I slept in. Tomorrow I'll get up on time. And see what happens. So we tracking in the right way. That's what I want to see. So I'm super grateful for that. So yeah, tracking the calories, working out is working. Yesterday, as far as my workout situation went, it was a workout day for me. So I had to do weights. I did. Abs, all the whole 9 yards. I also walked. Walking is like a big thing for me. I feel that's the way I can get easy calories. And I ain't trying to walk crazy or build, I ain't trying to do no whole bunch of walking. But yesterday I got 9,319 steps, almost 10. Today is a rest day, but I do an active rest day. I always walk. Today, I've already walked 30 minutes. I probably will walk 30 more and then just maybe jump on the Peloton. So I may not get to that 10, but the Peloton will help me out. But yeah, so yesterday was a pretty good day. I burned 930 move calories. So, I'll throw that up on the screen. So yeah, we tracking in the right way. We're going to keep the party going. I've held you guys much longer than I normally would. So I know I told you these videos will be short, but man, we're at 15 minutes already. So yeah, let's go ahead and end this thing here. We tracking in the right way. Trying to get to that goal by September 5th of 250 pounds. That's the number one goal right now. By September 5th, that's 3 months. That was my goal that I set on my birthday, which was yesterday, that I wanted to be 250 pounds. And let's do that. Let's get there. If you like what I'm doing, man, hey, subscribe to the channel. Drop me a comment. Hey, let me know you support your boy. Hey, I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Peace.